Loud.
I have loud whiskers.
It's gross.
The loudest whiskers in all the land.
West of the Mississippi.
West of the Mississippi. Do you think that Yosemite Sam was west of the Mississippi? Probably.
Yosemite.
Yeah. Good luck getting louder whiskers than that. Back off, says Yosemite Sam. I was told before I hit record to do a peppy, upbeat intro, and then she said, "Let this be the day," as if it was being decreed. So here we go, guys. Hi, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. Let this be the day.
Wow.
I don't know what it says about me that when I'm told to do something peppy or upbeat, I just start floundering like a person,
Jazz hands.
like Ricky Bobby getting interviewed when he's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. It's like I literally just have no idea what to do with my metaphorical, emotional hands when I'm told to be upbeat and peppy. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one half of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
Hi guys, I'm Ashley Engel. I'm the other half. Welcome to episode 44. 44, everybody. Welcome. Come on in here. Pull
Are
up
you
a chair.
44? You're 43.
Yeah,
We didn't even touch on the fact that you and our pod are the same age last week.
we didn't.
And now it's outpaced.
We didn't need to.
I didn't need to.
And guess what? It'll never happen again.
Never again. Never
Will
again.
it? It might.
No, unless we stop recording for a very long time, you'll never be the same age as
There
our
would be
podcast.
so many dozens of disappointed people the world over.
I feel like there would at least be 1 or maybe 2 days not made. In that time, if this nonsense train stopped today,
Our parents would be sad.
if we let the sun set on this bit of genius,
Harry and Crindy would shed a tear.
Mommy and Daddy would go, okay.
Guess we don't have to stress about them spilling family secrets this week.
I don't have to review any other stupid stuff.
Whatever. You guys aren't even ready for Crindy reviews.
Y'all
today.
ain't even know. Y'all ain't even know what Crin's got for y'all.
You don't know. How you doing today, B?
I'm great. I'm upbeat and peppy.
Obviously.
As was decreed by you.
By her holiness.
It was. Oh, gosh, that's continuing.
I'll tell you, I'm doing great. You know why?
Why?
I just came from a delightful lunch.
No, I love a good lunch.
Delightful luncheon.
What was
With friends.
What was for nosh?
Kava.
Kava nosh.
Sponsor us, Kava. I built a delicious salad.
Physically, you jumped over the sneeze guard and you
did.
built it.
I was throwing bows. Give me the feta cheese.
One side, Kava employee. Yes. Her holiness is going to get her hands dirty. We're going to get in here. We're going to mix it up. I want mixed greens.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Mm-hmm. I love Kava.
It's delicious.
I like that they have harissa.
Yeah, that chicken. Ooh, that spicy sauce.
It's not chicken.
Well, they have harissa chicken.
Yes.
Also.
Yes, I get the salad I get is called the harissa tome, and it's and it's just a bowl of harissa. That's all it
Listen,
is.
she is lovely.
She's a national
She's
treasure.
looking great.
Well,
In the last Spider-Man's,
I find it.
I was distracted by the storyline, thinking how great she looked.
Well, and it's also extra
She's
weird because Aunt May's supposed to be a lot older than Marissa
Older.
Tomei.
And look at her being all sassy, trying to start something up with Happy. Isn't his name Happy?
What?
Didn't they have a thing?
They went through the Spider-Verse and they met up with Adam Sandler in the 90s and Happy Gilmore.
No, isn't... Okay, our friend Brendan is so disappointed. Or maybe he's not.
No, just stop there. Our friend Brendan is so disappointed.
In
That's
me.
just literally it. He just
He's a
constantly
Marvel
is.
expert, guys. He did his master's thesis on Spider-Man.
He sent me a thing yesterday that just said, all it said, and we say enough crap on this stupid podcast that I forget it promptly after saying it.
Of course.
And all he said was, the volcano was called Vesuvius. And I was like, what? Apparently I said something about Vesuvius, but he goes, the town was called Pompeii. And I could just feel his distaste for me through the text.
Yeah, he's good at that.
So all that to say, our friend Brendan is very disappointed.
Period.
Full exclamation point.
Anyway, what you been up to this week or weekend, B?
There was Easter.
There was Easter. We had Easter activities.
And I'll tell you what what's been going on since.
Oh, no.
I have had diarrhea since Easter's.
Oh, to quote a
Nacho
fantastic film.
But it would be cute if I was just quoting the film.
Oh, no. Are you sick? Well, you were kind of feeling bad yesterday.
Diarrhea since Easter's.
Okay. All right.
So
thanks for that. And you're welcome.
Thanks for that.
Listeners.
Thanks for that Easter weekend.
Wow.
Benny took Benny to see the Mario movie.
Yes, he told us all about it. But what was your take on that film? We have not seen it.
I thought that first off, all of the hullabaloo, just the uproar, all of the unrest around the casting of one Christopher Pratt
sounds very dramatic.
Mario.
I was not aware of the hullabaloo.
Had you not been made aware of the hullabaloo?
No, I love Chris Pratt though.
Well, I do too.
Mm-hmm. Sponsor us, Chris Pratt.
Sponsor us.
Come on here and let us
Come
talk
on
to
down.
you.
Yeah, let's double our listeners.
Yes.
No, everyone was mad that Chris Pratt was cast as Mario.
Okay, from the outside. Okay, as someone who was not involved with the project.
Right.
I will say it feels like an odd choice.
Well, as a person who was involved with the project,
Okay.
I'd like to say that shut up, because we thought long and hard about it.
Okay.
It came down to between him
And Roberto Benigni. Yes.
The famed voice actor man Roberto Benigni,
Yes.
and Dark Horse Kevin Hart, because and honestly, big uprising for Kevin Hart. A lot of people were mad that he didn't get cast.
Sure.
But anyways, he actually. What's funny is he actually would be a really funny Mario. He's very animated.
Yes.
He's great in those Secret Life of Pets movies.
Yes.
He's a lovable bunny.
Agree.
He's a lovable bunny. Kevin Hart is one lovable bunny.
Yeah.
So, all of the hullabaloo about Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Message boards.
Oh. Chat rooms?
Incendiary chat rooms. People burning it down.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I got to say, much ado about nothing.
He did it.
He did great.
Did he speak with an Italian accent?
Funny you should ask.
Okay.
Because it started out with them doing a commercial, spoiler alert, for their plumbing business.
Okay.
And they, as plumbers in Brooklyn, and they were speaking in the very the sing-songy Italian type way, like way over the top, like Mario would, you would expect.
Sure.
But then they referenced it by being like, they were doing it just specifically for the commercial. It was like their shtick they were doing. So they started that way, but then went into more of like a Brooklyn type vibe.
All right.
They also...
And they took you with them.
They all the way down the pipe.
You believed it.
Yes. And then we went. And... but there was a big uprising on the internet for the original voice of Mario to be the Mario in the movie.
Right.
Which I get because he's a voice actor, but I don't know that he has the emotional range to carry off an entire movie. It's for him, it's just a lot of, it's me, Mario, and woohoo, he's good at that.
Yes.
So they gave him a little cameo early in the movie.
I like that.
He showed up and did his thing, and then we went into the rest of the movie. So I thought that was fine.
Yeah.
I thought visually it was great. I think that we tried to pack too much into one movie and we rushed some stuff.
Okay.
But all in all, I enjoyed my experience.
And Benny's a big Mario fan. And
Ben's review of it was basically best movie ever.
Sure.
That's what he said.
That's all we need.
Siskel, Ebert.
He's their target audience.
Basically best movie ever.
Birdwell.
Yeah, he liked it. He enjoyed it a lot.
Good. And what's better than a family day at the movies?
It's great.
Honestly.
Okay.
We missed it during COVID. And now I feel like when I go back, I appreciate it all the more.
Totally. Ashley reviews movies, just in general. The whole notion of movies. The experience of it. And other than that, I see that you have it on the agenda here. Thank you for including it. Put out some new music with some dear friends. Michael Trepanier, JB, and Ethan Neal, young Ethan Neal, the future of percussion.
Yeah.
And we put out a little project we've been working on for a long time, and it's really exciting. Exciting stuff.
What's the name that you're putting it out under for the people?
It's called City Cinema, and it's
It's fantastic is what it is.
I feel pretty good about it.
Here's what it is, guys. It is something, if you've listened to Brandon's music, and if you haven't, go do that.
The dozens of you that have done that.
Stop it. Brandon's music. I mean, Brandon has a range in the type of music that he'll include, and his projects each have a different feel. This is something entirely different.
It is.
And it is, I feel like you all have something to say.
I agree.
It is, I don't know. It's something special.
I feel
and
like,
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you very much.
I'm proud of all of you guys.
I am proud of it, and I'm proud of us, and I feel like it's a really cool kind of blending of perspectives and genres and different ideas. And it's been really fun because like more and more I'm enjoying collaborating with people on things, because until fairly recently I just kind of
solo
do stuff
and
alone.
You had buddies that
and
would
buddies
play
that
with
would come
you
in and play and add stuff.
Sure.
For sure. But this was like a wholly collaborative process, and it was really fun. It was really fun, and I'm really proud of it. So if you guys get the time, check it out. The new song is called Walking Outside, and it's by City Cinema, and we've got several more on the way. So
so exciting. I can't wait.
Plugs for Brandon and his project.
Brandon. You know what's awesome?
Me.
Also, these sound effects brought to you by our sound effects sponsor,
Sweet D.
This one right here, which has multiple things, which I might just share with you as we go along today. This has been in my backpack, and every so often the applause button will get tripped.
Yeah.
And I love it. Just throughout my day, like I'll take a turn in my car.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, throngs of purse people hanging out in here. Just go get him, Ashley.
That might be the title. Thank you.
So proud of you, Ashley.
Thank you, throngs of purse people.
You made it through a whole afternoon without crying. Yay! We want Ashley. We want Ashley. 4 more years. 4 more years.
Okay, I bet we've just lost at least 7 listeners because the tone of
and we've gained 1,000 purse people. Bye, listeners.
Bye.
If I don't have to record a podcast, if I just have to stick my head into your purse and talk for an hour a week,
done.
Give me it. Give me it. Throw some oats in there too. Make it a feedbag podcast.
Wow. It's been a full week, full of activities.
Hooray, Ashley!
Full of...
I'm just imagining as you like stick your head into your purse, it goes into this other world, and it's like you're in a coliseum, and it's just lined around all the sides with the purse people just pumping their fists.
My massive noggin peeks through the curtain,
praising you for bringing them years and years of prosperity in their time, which is really just it's days.
Also, wadded up Kleenexes, butterscotch candies.
We started out as sea monkeys, and now we're purse people. Ashley spilled our sea monkey habitat into her purse one day, and now we just applaud regularly.
Listen,
that was a really good kava order, Ashley.
You've got to take encouragement where you can get it.
Take encouragement from your purse people, guys.
Do what you want. Be what you want to be.
You're an American, and some of you aren't, but you know what? You're all potties. And so our potties, hey, and I'm proud to be a potty.
What?
I'm proud to be a potty from Pursetown. I come here once a week to give you all this, these yucks and this encouragement. You know something that Heather said yesterday?
Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather. She said, I'm not trying to yuck your yum. Heather Clark. It was...
We have so many Heathers.
She came, this is Heather Clark.
Okay. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather. She came walking in and said something, and she said, I'm not trying to yuck your yum, but...
Oh, I like that.
It's amazing.
Never heard that.
Apparently it's common.
Oh.
They said it, and I was like, oh.
Well, Heather's a little younger than we are. Perhaps it's something.
She said it, and it was brand new to me, to the point that both my pockets started applauding.
Yes.
All my pocket people just decided they were going to say, that's a really funny joke, Heather. Yes. And then everyone was like, pipe down, Brandon's pocket people. It's common.
We millennials have known about that one for a while.
For a millennia.
For a millennia. So it's been a full week with activities. We've had music, we've had soccer, we've had track.
We've had intrigue.
We Hope's soccer team. They're called the Pink Dragons.
Yeah. Oh, is this a new one? Weren't they called something else all too recently?
They were the Hotspurs last season.
Got it.
Right. This season we're the Pink Dragons.
Sure.
And I'll tell you what about these gals. They are improving week to week. I have never been so proud of my girl. She is the youngest person on the team. She's playing up.
Yeah, she is.
And that
and also
is great.
She's also the smallest person on the earth. So I feel like if she was playing down 2 years, she would be the size of everyone because she's itty bitty.
She's a petite gal.
But that's how she gets you.
Fast.
That's how she gets you, though.
You don't see her coming.
She's tough. She's tough.
She is a ferocious pink dragon.
Yeah.
And so are all these kids. And I'm having the time of my life cheering for them.
Are you?
On the sidelines. I'm a soccer mom.
And
I couldn't be prouder.
You
okay?
Were a soccer mom in elementary school.
I was.
You.
But I mean, I've talked to the listeners about this before. My thing growing up was dance. That was what I spent most of my time doing. Years and years and years I devoted to my craft.
Which is great because I watched you play ping pong yesterday, and it was, without question, the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
You filmed it. Guys, we'll get to that.
I filmed it and it burned a hole in my phone. I deleted it so fast. Guys, you would have thought it was literally like she was swatting at air. It's like she paid there was no regard given to the ball. There's a ball flying at you. Hit it.
Okay, guys, I was going to get into this later because I knew he was going to bring this up.
Yeah.
Would you please
I've been preparing for this.
I have been.
Since.
Ever since you got your phone out and started filming me.
Don't worry.
Said to Lindsay yesterday.
I deleted it.
False. You're going to post it online. I said to Lindsay, he's going to bring this up on the pod.
I'm going to post it on my burner account that I set up specifically to heckle us. To heckle Cold Hands, Warm Heart.
That's right. No, to heckle me, your sister, who's good at many other things, but ping pong is not one of them. The setup that we had.
You heard it here first.
I'm not
folks.
good at ping pong. I never claimed to be. But here's what we had. We had a folding table. Yeah. Asher got a table tennis set in his Easter basket. He's been wanting one for a while.
Yeah.
It's the net that you stretch across, and then it came with paddles and a ball. Well, we were at Harry and Crindy's house yesterday for Easter, which I was going to get into later, but you've really jumped the gun. And they got out the folding table and the ball wouldn't bounce on it.
Yeah, because there was a dead table.
It was a dead table. So then we get out. Harry does a phenomenal Christmas Village presentation.
He does. It's something else.
It's extensive.
It's extensive. It has taken years.
Yes.
To get to this point.
And it takes up almost a whole room. And it's so Crindy got out this piece of plywood that has holes drilled all in it for the cords for the village. And we put that on top of the table. So guys, it was way too short for the folding table. It had holes in it. This is what we were working with. I can't be expected to be good at ping pong with these shoddy tools.
Okay. Are you finished?
That's all I got.
2 things.
Okay.
1, I played 3 things. 1, I played ping pong against Asher Engel and thrashed him. 2, in order for the conditions to affect you, you were going to have to make contact with the ball at all, which you did not. 3,
it wasn't worth it.
3, you were playing table tennis on an upturned Holy Land. That's your turf. That is your home field advantage.
It's more like a Christmas village from the Northeast.
It was like you
circa 1833.
It was like you were in whatever the Stranger Things upside down is for Bethlehem.
Okay.
You were there because you were flipped upside down.
It was.
And honestly, when we're talking about biblical turf, you should have been a lot better there.
The sun was in my eyes. We were outside.
The SON, the sun was in my eyes.
Anyway, let's talk about Easter. So yesterday was Easter Sunday, guys, for those of us in the Christian tradition. For those
Theology lesson incoming in 3, 2, 1. Thanks. Bye.
No, I'm just saying we know that not all of our listeners are, and we want to welcome you guys. But yesterday was
But
was
the
Easter
purse people
Sunday.
worship you. They don't. You are like a god to the purse people.
Praise be to Ashley! Good try at ping pong. You'll get it next time.
Actually, I won't, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm good at other things, guys. We can't all be good at everything. Okay,
That's what it is.
that's what it is. That's what the purse people tell me. Anyway, so yesterday,
I would love to have just a society of purse people cheering me on. The more I think about this, the better it sounds.
it's amazing.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
So yesterday we went to church. You jammed for the Lamb. You drummed yesterday.
I did it.
Drummed your heart out. You did a great job.
Man, 2 Sundays ago, which was Palm Sunday,
Yeah.
I had an interaction with a fellow
Okay.
who was the nicest. I'd never met him before.
Okay.
And I was standing there.
At the church?
As you know,
Okay.
I'm very good with social interactions when I don't
And
know a
small
person.
talk.
And so I was on my way out, and he just goes, very complimentary, he goes, "Hey, I like the way you hit those drums."
Hey.
And I said, "Hey, thank you. That's very kind of you to say." And then I got really quiet and didn't know what to say. And then he just goes, "Hi." And he told me his name. And I said, "Hi, I'm Brandon." And he goes, "Well, happy Palm Sunday to you." And was very nice. And I just went, "Back at you."
That's okay.
And
That's
then he kind of went like, "Talk much? Have you ever interacted with a human before, you weirdo?" And I went, "Okay." And then I slunk out the door.
it's okay. We all have those times.
Shameful.
Hey, we can't all be good at everything.
That's true. My social interaction is your ping pong.
No, I would say you're much better at social interaction than I am at ping pong, and I'm fine with it.
You said it. You said it.
I never claimed to be good at ping pong, guys.
Yeah, you claimed that it was the table's fault.
It was the sun in my eyes.
It was the sun in your eyes.
Okay. So yesterday, Easter Sunday, you jammed for the Lamb.
I did.
I got to do something very special, and I got to baptize my buddy Mason. And you've heard me talk about Mason on the podcast before. He is he's one of my son Asher's besties, and just the fact that I'm calling him Asher's bestie right now, he's gonna love. Hi, Mason. I'm sure you're listening.
Yeah, totally.
Whenever we go out to the field as a family and play football, Mason joins us. We play the football. And I've been on Mason's team several times.
And I'm pretty good at it, except for when the sun's in my eyes.
Except when the sun's in my eyes. And I said to him yesterday after I baptized him, which was so special and such an honor, and he's so dear, and I'm so proud of him. I said, "Mason, I know this meant a lot to you today. I know it meant a lot to you that your touch football team
Yeah.
teammate
Yeah.
got to do this." And bless his heart, he just looked at me and he smiled and he goes, "Yeah." And that was it.
Okay, that was your back at you. You aren't better at this than I am.
But I was just messing with him. I love that kid, and I'm so proud of him. And it was a really special day.
Man, on that note, there was this one time I was on a cruise. Okay. And yeah. I was on a cruise, and there was a kid inexplicably roaming free, feral, without a parent.
That's dangerous.
And
on
I
a
was
cruise
sitting
ship.
with my legs in the pool,
Okay.
basking,
Okay.
tanning these gams,
Yeah.
getting a nice roast on these hawks.
Sure.
Sure. And taking pictures of my feet, posting them, saying, "Wish you were here.
you were
I'll
here."
bet wouldn't want to be you."
Vacation mode activated.
Activated land lovers. Anyways,
Land lubbers.
land lubbers. And this kid started splashing me and wouldn't stop splashing me.
Yeah,
wouldn't stop splashing me. And I said, "Hey, I don't know where your parents are, but you better stop it."
Yeah.
And he kept doing it.
Yeah.
And so I swam over to this strange child who I've never met before.
Gosh, how old was he, Brandon? Should you tell?
He couldn't have been older than 8 or 9.
Wow.
No, he's probably 10. He was 12.
Okay.
He's a 35-year-old man.
Okay.
No, but he was probably a teen.
Okay.
But I swam over. I just don't know what the statute of limitations is on and I went over to him and I grabbed him and I dunked him so hard.
Brandon!
And then he swam off and ran away like yelling for a parent. I was like, "Send him." Oh my God. I dunked that kid. And I can only imagine that's how you felt yesterday, is just dunking people.
No, not even close. Not even close.
But no, it's not my finest moment. It actually was one of my worst. Second only to the time when we were on vacation in Mexico and that kid wouldn't stop throwing the ball at us and I threw it over a mountain. And his dad
watched
came over
that
like he
happen.
wanted to fight.
I watched that happen. And I thought, well, our vacation is ruined. It wasn't. You guys, you worked it out. It
I'll
was
tell you what, I don't know that in my entire life I've thrown any object farther than I
threw
threw
it
that kid's ball.
really far.
It's still going.
It's
It's still going. It's gone.
somewhere down in South America.
What I'm saying is I'm a really good person, guys. I'm a really good person. Just don't mess with me in a water-based setting.
If you're a child,
If you're a child, don't mess with me in a water-based setting.
if I'm on vacation, do not disrupt my mind platter.
You hear me, landlubbers? You hear me?
Wow.
Out of here.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Anyway, okay, so after church yesterday, we went over to Harry and Crindy's house. They always host us for Easter lunch. And yesterday was really special. You guys came, you, Rimsey and Benny, and then Jeff's parents, Deb and Dave, came, and Harry and Crindy. And
More importantly
our
than
crew.
Deb and Dave coming, Deb's appetizer came.
Deb's
and I want
burrata.
that all the time.
You ate a lot of it.
I
stood
have
there.
had diarrhea since Easter.
Deb was shocked because when we arrived,
Because Deb arrived with like Mediterranean portions. Deb eats like
two burrata.
yeah, but it was like normal people portions, not Birdwell House
She doesn't
portions.
know what she's up against with the Birdwells.
We're a gross bunch.
We eat.
When it comes to an appetizer,
We'll eat it. And we'll eat it fast.
we'll eat a purse full of it.
It's like the piranha that just strip a carcass clean.
Yeah, I was a
in
burrata
no time.
piranha yesterday.
Piranha.
Just come swimming up. I'll strip the bones off that baby.
Deb was shocked because she set the burrata on the counter when we all first arrived. And then she turned her back on us to make a salad. She turned around. There were like 2 bites left.
Dude.
And she even said, wow.
She thought she had paced the whole day. Clearly not.
really did.
Honestly, she might as well have just taken that and dropped it straight in my toilet because that's what ended up is happening for the
Good.
entire burrata.
It was so delicious.
It's the greatest.
It was so good. She is known for her appetizers.
It's pretty spectacular.
It's a life skill. And so we had lunch there. We had the traditional Easter foods. We do ham.
Ham.
We love a honey baked.
But that was not a honey. There was
It
no
was a Costco. Sponsor us, Costco.
Kirkland pork.
It was delicious.
It was great.
We had mashed potatoes.
I ate it for lunch today.
Delicious.
Leftovers. Yeah.
Lindsay made mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
They were phenomenal.
Delicious.
We made a green bean balsamic.
Just the one. Just the one. And honestly, that didn't last either.
Didn't last.
The whole Ingalls side of things decided to bring not nearly enough food.
Small portion.
Here I am eating 47 deviled eggs,
You really did.
and you're showing up with a single green bean? What sort of celebration do you think this is? He is risen. Here's a bean. Hope you like it. The stone's been rolled away. Nibble, 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 nibble. And on the third day,
You get a bean.
you get a bean.
We're just one.
But don't worry, we'll drizzle some balsamic on it. Really make it last.
Okay.
Is that what you were doing? Were you doing a loaves and fishes thing with that bean?
Yeah, I was just going to see what was going to happen.
Bah.
Just make one bean, see what happens. No, we did green beans and mushrooms with the balsamic. They were delicious. And then we had a delicious salad, rolls, and we had some desserts. What about the puff pastry
I didn't eat it.
bunnies?
I didn't eat it. I'm not equipped to comment on it. They looked good.
They were great.
Yeah.
Crindy made
I don't
these-
eat sugars.
He really doesn't. I don't unless it's really special, like it was. Puff pastry bunnies, guys. They were like little sandwiches with fresh strawberries and homemade whipped cream. How can you not try that? They were so
I
good.
could show you.
They were so good.
Do you know what I do? So, guys, welcome to Health Corner with Brandon. Gather around, children. I'm going to tell you. No. This is actually a proven skill.
Okay.
Anytime
Okay.
you're at a family celebration like this,
Okay.
and you find yourself tempted by beautiful candies and sugary treats, someone comes up to you. I'm not going to use any names. Crindy, pusher, sugar pusher. She comes over with her delicious, beautiful treats, and she says, "Would you like one?"
Yeah.
And you know the easiest way to say no to a sugary treat is you just eat 14 more deviled eggs. And if you do that,
Yes.
you will not even want the
And
sugary
also, you
treat.
won't hurt feelings because she made those too.
No. And
She knows.
and the science is proven, guys.
After all these years, she knows.
Deviled eggs are the farthest thing from it.
Mm-hmm.
They're holy.
It's fine. Speaking of eggs, we had an egg hunt in the backyard. You and Jeff were in charge
Speaking of eggs, the Brandon Birdwell story.
You guys, normally, I am an egg hider for our children. Our children still do an egg hunt. It's great. In Crindy and Harry's backyard, I normally hide the eggs this year.
That's
for
not true.
Whatever reason.
Jeff and I always get
No.
always
I hide them.
harangued.
No, not
Just
true. This year was the worst.
go to the
Guys,
tape.
Okay. This year, Jeff and Brandon were in charge of hiding the eggs, my husband and Brandon. Guys, it was amateur hour. Amateur hour. Our children are 9, 10, 12, and 14. Okay, which P.S. Harrison would want me to tell you he didn't actually hunt eggs.
He'd want you to tell
He just
them that.
What did I say? He wouldn't want that?
No, you said that he would want you to tell them that.
That he didn't.
Well, he would just want you to tell them that.
That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, I see. Mm-hmm. Well, he picked up a few, but he wasn't like engaged in the whole thing.
He picked him up like he tried to like walk over all cool, and he'd like be like, "Oh, an egg, whatever."
I guess I'll take this.
And then he'd pick it up and be like, "Stupid," and then walk off and then get another egg and be like, "Dumb."
Yeah, and that's how you do it.
That's how you do this.
But so Brandon, I come out in the backyard and I'm like, oh, we're hiding them already. I see Brandon. Okay, so these children are old. These are not toddlers. These are not babies. Okay, we need to actually hide the eggs to make this A, last a long time, and B, be fun, and C, be a challenge. Brandon, scattering them about like confetti on the lawn.
Yeah.
First of all, that's amateur hour because they're breaking apart. The treats are flying through the grass. I had to come along behind him and rehide every one.
And then Crindy came and re-hid everyone that you hid. Okay? Those who live in glass houses should not cast eggs. Listen.
Don't hide the eggs.
And here's the thing.
Man, amateur hour.
I had to sit and listen to you talk at length about how many eggs you scattered on the extravaganza day. I want a picture of that because you want to talk about just sitting on the ground, unhidden.
Guess what? That was an open field. That's very different than a backyard where
These aren't the jungles of Vietnam. It's a backyard.
There's trees. There's bird feeders. There's rocks. There are hedges.
Well, there also were eggs.
There was a sculpture.
I tried to put it in the sculpture, but the wind kept ruining it. The Lord's breath kept taking the eggs.
Anyway, guys, it was amateur hour. But don't worry. Crindy and I rehid them, and the children had a great time.
No, Crindy rehid them. You hid them again, and then she finally rehid them. Bringing to question, why didn't she just hide them herself in the first place?
I don't know. Okay.
Don't try to get inside the mind of a Crindy.
Don't do it.
It's a dangerous place, and you can get lost real fast.
Crindy put together a brilliant Easter for all of us, and we're so grateful. Also, it couldn't have been a more beautiful day, could it?
Good Easter, Crindy.
Good ham.
Good Easter, good ham. Good
weather. Bad egg hiding.
Worse ping-ponging.
It's true. The kids had a ball. All of them ended up in the pool except for Asher.
Yeah, which was surprising.
It was cold.
Yeah,
My boy doesn't like to be
cold. It's true. That's true. I guess it's not surprising.
But all the rest of them did.
Yeah.
And it was too cold for that.
I didn't think it was a good move.
But they did it. And they usually end up in there on Easter. Because I'll tell you what about Harry B. He cannot wait to open up that pool.
Yeah, he's a big fan of opening up the pool.
The minute it stops being frosty in the mornings, that pool is open, that waterfall is on.
Yeah.
And it is a delight to all who encounter it.
Just churning the soup. Churning it.
Anyway, it's been a nice Easter weekend. Absolutely beautiful weather. Great time with family. I'm still running.
Like right this second?
Yeah, it's not going great, but I don't dread it the way that I used to.
There you go. You're getting into the swing of things.
I feel like I'm getting into the swing of things. Yeah. And it's like a thing. It's like part of my day now.
that's a good sign.
It's a good sign.
Because like when you miss it, like if you don't run on a day,
Yep.
you feel like you have not done the thing that you need to do on that day.
Right.
I totally get that.
So I've reached that point, and that feels like a victory.
It's all gravy from there. Once you're past that point, it's harder to get back into a thing than to just keep that momentum.
Exactly.
You're
That's
doing
what
it.
I'm hoping. I also wanted to
Good job, Ashley.
Do you take
purse people.
your big sloshing purse on your runs with you and
I
they just
don't.
cheer for you?
I don't. I just put a few of them in my pocket.
Okay.
Just a couple.
The High Council.
I count.
The High Council of Purse people get to ride in my Lululemons.
Okay. My Lulus. Okay, I wanted to give the glasses update. My spectacles.
Ghostbusters.
They're big.
They're big.
It's a big frame, guys.
It's a big frame.
But here's what I want to show you. Check this out. They came with this guy.
That's kind of cool.
Did you hear that snap, everybody? Listen to this.
That's her
Uh-huh.
attaching her glasses to her glasses.
Sunglasses.
Yeah.
It's they call them clips, and it's just a magnet,
It's pretty cool.
right? So Zeke, hi Zeke. The other night, I walked into the church and it was dark, and I came in the room and I went, hey, and he about fell on the ground. He's
Yeah.
like, what just happened? It's
pretty awesome.
I've never seen that happen before.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, these are my specs.
I feel like it's a good alternative to the transitions lenses of the
Right.
80s.
Totally.
Because I would always see that. And like the thing about a transitions lens that I always hated. Now, keep in mind, I never wore transitions lenses, so I don't know how much of a burden this is to the actual wearer of the lens. Is a transition lens takes a while to transition from outside to inside.
Yeah.
So you could be hanging out indoors for a good long while, and you're still on sunglass mode.
Yeah.
That's not immediate enough for me.
Nope.
It's not
really
immediate
not.
enough for me. And this clips situation.
Yeah, takes care of that for you.
And you also get the dramatic gesture of whipping off the top layer.
So that's the thing I like about them.
I want you to get like 7 different layers of them. So you one at a time, take them down.
Yeah.
Real Russian nesting doll situation on your face.
Totally. Here's what I'm going to say about my spectacles. Guys, you know I panic bought these. Listen to the last episode to hear about the whole saga. I'm new to glasses. I have been wearing them. I'm trying to wear them ever since I got them. Here's what I'm going to say. They provide lovely relief in the evenings and when I'm reading. Other than that, though, I feel very nauseous and it's not great. So I think I feel like I'm working with the wrong prescription here. I think I need to go back for an adjustment. For
okay.
anyone who cares.
I do. Well, I do. I care more than you know.
I just wanted to show you my cool clippy clips.
That's the coolest part about them.
They're great. But glasses are a whole thing.
Were you wearing them while you were playing ping pong yesterday?
No, and I remarked on that. I said my depth perception.
It's true.
Not only is the sun in my eyes, I can't tell where the ball is.
But you were playing against Hope, and she wasn't wearing her
There were
glasses.
holes in the table, Brandon.
You never got a ball on the table. That's the problem.
That's not true. It's true. Anyway, so last night I get a text from my friend Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Ashley is the official realtor of our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
She has helped both of us purchase our current homes as well as homes in the past.
And she has helped our field producer Amanda purchase homes as well.
Listen, she's out here.
She in these streets.
She's in these streets helping people find their forever homes. She's great. So she sends a text last night to some friends. And the first one, and this is so Ashley, I love how she does this. She sends a picture of these 2 kittens. And it just says, "Hey, remember when I got 2 cats?"
That's it?
That's it. That's the first picture.
Do
The
you?
first text. No, because it just happened.
Okay.
But that's how
Oh.
she'll say things, and
Got
it makes me laugh every time.
Got
so they're cute little kittens. There's an orange one and a gray one, right? So then it turns into this discussion about, tell us more about these cats. Are they babies? What are their names? And she said it's been a real thing with the family to come up with names for these cats.
Okay.
So it turned into a discussion of us saying how much we enjoy it when people name their pets human names. And I said, how about Kevin
Kevin's a good one.
for the boy? Because there's a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
And then she says, Austin, hi, Austin, who's also a
Hey,
listener,
Austin.
wanted to name the boy Kevin because he kind of thought he looked like Kevin Bacon.
Sure.
And so then it turned into what female name would complement Kevin. So what would you say?
I don't know if we've touched on that. I always wanted a cat named Meowie Steenpurgeon. But that's just more a play on Mary Steenburgen's name. It's less of...
But is there something that could connect to Kevin that would make sense? If you have a boy and a girl cat, the boy's Kevin, what would the girl be? Because our friend group came up with a couple.
Oh, gosh.
And I told her, I'm going to pull the listeners to help your family name these cats. Guys, it's a big deal.
Is there a famous historical couple, a Kevin and a so-and-so, that you guys are building off of?
There's two.
It's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. I'm going to give you a clue. The first one. Think of the 90s, maybe early 2000s pop star. Kevin.
Oh, Brittany.
Yeah.
Kevin and Brittany Button. You know, I always like...
Brittany. K-Fed and B Spears.
We all thought that he was ruining her.
Did we?
And I think that she was ruining him.
You know, that's a complex story. There's a lot of layers.
Man,
lot of layers there.
she's a character. Listen, but I feel like Brittany feels kind of catty.
Right?
I feel
That's
like
what Austin said.
But we don't want that. We want human.
well, but
And you can't go...
Brittany doesn't feel like a cat.
And you can't name it Kevin. If it's Kevin Bacon, you can't name the female cat Kira Sedgwick.
I mean, you could.
The closer? Kira Sedgwick?
You could.
But Kira feels catty also. Kira feels like the name of...
Kira feels catty.
It feels like the name of an anime cat in a show.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Kira.
Yes. How are we going to make this show?
Kira.
Dude.
And Kevin.
Let's just make it and have you and like a bunch of different moms voice it, and we'll call it Pokemoms. And you guys will... and we'll just make a whole new world.
Yes.
Kids trained in Pokemoms cards.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all of them carry purses.
They do. We've rounded off the edges of the cards so no one pokes an eye out. And on the back of every Pokemom's card, we have a lesson like, be careful, little eyes, what you see.
And on the back there are lines. Yeah. It's like a Pokemon card / safe kids card where you put your kid's name and address in case they get lost.
Yeah. Pokemom's is sweeping the nation.
Sponsor us,
already.
Pokemoms.
The first Pokemon is Kira the cat.
Kira.
The cat.
So anyway, here's the other one. We have Brittany and Kevin as option 1. Option 2 is Kevin and Winnie.
Ooh, that's good. But Winnie also sounds like an animal name.
I like it. I kind of like Kevin and Winnie. But guys, this week on the socials, we're going to do a poll.
But Winnie is a bear. Winnie is the sound a horse makes. It's already affiliated with animals. It's affiliated with animals already.
But it's cute.
Kevin, the only Kevin that I can think of in the animal kingdom is the bird from Up.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's it. Everything else.
I like it. And we're going to poll the listeners this week. And guess what? There aren't any other choices. So if you had to choose between Kevin and Brittany or Kevin and Winnie, what would you choose?
Barbara.
That's not a choice.
Kevin and Barbara.
That's not a choice.
Blanche.
Oh, that's a good name. Blanche.
When you're walking along and just singing a song, it's Blanche the cat. Meow.
I love it. That's going to be option 3, even though there is no connection to Kevin at all.
Yeah. 2 cats living on a ranch, Kevin and Blanche. Meow. They're the perfect pair. Meow.
Oh my gosh. I love it so much. Okay, so guys, this week on the socials, we're going to do a poll. We've got Kevin and Brittany, Kevin and Winnie, and Kevin and Blanche. I'm sorry, Ashley. We've just ruined your family's life.
Me yowzers, Blanche. She's sassy.
And then their neighbor, Kira.
Kira. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm into it.
Gosh. Okay, so speaking of pairs of animals, this story dawned on me the other day at dinner, and I shared it with my family, and they were shocked. You know how there are stories buried so deep in your subconscious that sometimes they come out and they surprise even you?
Yeah.
So I was reminded of a time when you and I persuaded Crindy and Harry to let us have gerbils.
Oh, yes. Kevin and Blanche, the gerbils.
So we go to the pet store and we both pick out a gerbil and we both picked a brown one.
Sure.
We get them home. Do you remember what you named yours?
No.
Buffalo Bill.
What?
Buffalo Bill?
From Silence of the Lambs.
No, you were a child.
What I did?
I think because you liked the football team.
Maybe. Also, I was making a skin suit out of my victims in my free time.
You were putting the lotion in the basket.
Puts lotion in the basket.
Okay, so then...
Gosh, that's my favorite impression.
Precious.
It's pretty good.
Precious.
Pretty terrifying. Okay, so you named yours Buffalo Bill. I
And
get
immediately got added to a list of kids to watch.
I get mine home. I realize that it has one leg that is deformed.
Sure.
Okay, so I was devastated.
Right.
And I felt so bad for the gerbil.
Is it possible that Buffalo Bill got a hold of that leg?
It's possible. Turns out Buffalo Bill was a gal. She was pregnant. Remember this?
No.
Brandon, this was formative. This is a core memory. Buffalo Bill was pregnant. She gave birth to 4 babies.
Little Bills.
2 brown ones. You do remember this, and 1 albino one.
Oh, I remember
and
that.
1 black one.
I remember the albino one. Yeah.
So we ended up giving the 2 brown ones to friends. Grindy and Harry were thrilled to have more gerbils, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I say, that's on you guys. You let us get them.
Yeah.
I don't know if mine, which I ended up naming Tiny Tim.
Hey. That's pretty good.
I don't know if Tiny Tim was the father. Tiny Tim might have been a girl too. I don't know.
You, Tiny Tim, you are not the father, little gerbil Maury.
Totally.
Why on that show, whenever they get the news, you are not the father, do they have the most extreme reactions of it? Like they go running around the studio.
Yes.
It's
Yes,
nuts.
It's big news. It's
one way or
life-al-
the other. It's big news.
It's life-altering news. Okay, so anyway, we kept these 2. We were allowed to keep the white baby and the black baby, and we named them Salt and Pepper.
Sure.
And do you remember when they got out of their cage and you reached under, they ran under the bed, you reached under
No.
to grab the black one and you pulled part of its tail off? Brandon, where have you been?
So here's what we've learned about young Brandon today. He named a gerbil Buffalo Bill and ripped one's tail off and somehow didn't grow up to be a serial killer.
But listen, it was entirely an accident.
Was it?
Yes. One of
The
Harry's...
sun was in my eyes. Your Honor. And I simply shan't be tried as an adult.
Let me finish the story because now the listeners are worried about the gerbil. Guys, it was fine. One of Harry's best friends was a
Gerbil doctor.
a veterinarian.
Prominent gerbil doctor.
And guess what? He performed an amputation. The fur just came off the end of this thing's tail, so he amputated it. So then he had a little stump for a tail.
He
was fine.
This story is so much cooler if he reattaches the tail. If he goes,
The tail was still attached. It was just this.
he puts on like
the fur.
several like magnifying binoculars. He's using mini scalpels and mini needles and threads.
There were stitches. He stitched it up, and he said, "Well, this is a first in my illustrious career."
What a valuable use
Bless
of that
that man.
man's time. What an unbelievably valuable use of that man's time.
We didn't know what to do. What do you do? Just leave the poor thing? I don't. Anyway, the gerbil was fine, went on to live many more years. But I can't believe you don't remember any of that. Did you block it out?
Yes, it's painful.
It's traumatic.
It's a painful memory. And also, no, not really. I've ripped off so many gerbil tails since then that it's hard to remember.
Good grief. Guys, the gerbil was fine. It was totally an accident. We took him to a veterinarian, went on to live a happy life. Peppa. Anyway, I just thought that
In
was a
loving
funny story.
memory of
I
Peppa,
told my
the
family
tailless gerbil.
I told my family that story at dinner the other night. They were incredulous. How did we not know this?
I don't know. I don't remember it.
Well, share it with your family tonight over dinner, would you, please?
No.
Well, let's share it with several hundred people on the internet then.
Yeah, that's the move.
That's the move. Okay, how is your algorithm?
It is, it's still a whole lot of DJ Khaled playing golf.
Sure.
The one that was in there that I forgot about, I will get the name, but it's something the baker, I think.
Oh.
And he is a Cajun fellow.
Ooh.
And he cooks food on a flat top.
Which we've discussed.
And the food is fine looking, but he starts out every single one by going, 1 stick of butter, babe. And then he smashes a stick of butter on the flat top and it goes everywhere.
A lot of butter in your algorithm.
Well, there's a title. And he like he'll do it and then he'll start making, and he keeps talking through, be like, now to pat a shrimp now. And then he does it, and everything he does, he says it like that. He'll be like, now you had your pasta, babe. Yeah. And then periodically throughout the cook, he'll go, another stick of butter, babe. And then he'll slap another stick of butter in it. By the time he's done, 5, 6, 7 sticks of butter in everything, every single thing.
I bet that's some good shrimp.
But yeah, he's a
Buttery
new
shrimp.
He's a new addition to that one. Producer, you look him up. You know him.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Speaking of food ones, I have a new one in mind. It's Cedric Goulet, and many of you may have heard of him. He is a French pastry chef. He's the executive pastry chef at Le Meurice in Paris, and he is considered to be the world's best pâtissier, which means
Pâtissier.
a seller of pastries and cakes. And I am mesmerized by this. He showed up in there, and now I follow him, and I can't get enough.
Oh, goodness.
1 stick of butter, babe.
Yes.
All right, y'all hit it with another stick of butter, babe.
Stick of butter.
1 stick of butter.
Yeah.
What's
that's
his
him.
name?
I'm trying to look at it. It says Big Body Bobby Bugatti.
That's way better than anything I could have hoped.
That's not what he is on Instagram. It's something else on Instagram. That was a TikTok that producer just sent me. I don't even have TikTok. Big Bobby Bugatti. 1 stick of butter, babe. Hold now, babe.
That's the best name.
Okay.
Anyway, this pastry chef, guys, he makes the most beautiful creations, and he'll make a tray of them, and people line up outside his shop for hours, and he'll bring out a tray personally and let them sample.
Nice.
It is the most beautiful food. I love it so much. Okay, so I've got raccoon artists, like raccoons making paintings.
Oh, I thought it was people drawing raccoons. It's actually raccoons that are artists.
That are artists.
Got it.
And they're so proud of their work. I have another otter in there. It's a chubby otter who gets salmon on his cheat day.
Sure. Sounds like every day is the chubby artist cheat day, but you're doing great. One more stick of butter, babe.
Then there's a new one I want our listeners to know about. There is a new critter that's popped up in mine. It's the quokka. It's known as the world's happiest animal.
Oh.
These have like
And it has like the crazy
2
smile.
teeth.
I've seen it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get ready for that to show up in your algorithms, guys. And then I have animals with cat faces. This artist who replaces all animals' faces with cat faces.
Is the artist a raccoon?
Maybe. Huh. Anyway, we have a crindy reviews today that's about to blow your minds. Buckle up.
Cringy Reviews Riverdance. A while back, I did my DNA testing with Ancestry.com, and I found that I was 42% Welsh and Scottish. Now, this was close enough to Ireland for me to take my Western European self to Riverdance at the Civic Center in Oklahoma City to immerse myself in the music, song, and dance of the beautiful Ireland. This show did not disappoint. My friend Barb and I kept looking at each other saying, now this is not normal. This is not normal for human bodies to do this.
Really
Feet
isn't.
aren't meant to go that fast.
None
Why
of
are
this
they
is
out of
normal.
breath after dancing like dervishes for 2 solid hours? I have to admit, this wasn't my idea to go, but Barb had the tickets and her husband felt that someone else just might enjoy it more than he, so he graciously relinquished his ticket. Good move. I am so glad he did
Good
it because
move.
I thoroughly enjoyed watching these talented dancers, singers, and musicians make their magic with well over 15 costume changes and a beautiful backdrop of the Irish countryside that constantly changed to match the theme of the dance numbers. If this performance didn't make you want to visit Ireland, I don't know
Ireland.
what would. The only downside of this evening was that I was nearly hit by a car in the parking lot as I was trying to reenact some of the dance moves. I'm sure the driver was impressed with my footwork, and that's why he honked at me. He knew talent when he saw it.
Mom.
She buries the lead so deep that by the way, saw Riverdance, almost got hit by a car while dancing in the street.
Mom, we're so glad you made it.
Normal people things.
Mom and Barb see Riverdance.
That is, it's like Barb and Star go to Vista Del
Barb and
Mar.
Star. What you been watching, reading, or listening to, B?
Stumbled upon a new podcast this
Nice.
week. It's called Band Camp, Banned Camp, and it's where they read banned books and then talk about it, like why they were banned. And it's like with all this book burning malarkey that's going on.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a nice little commentary on what's going on. Also done from a little bit of silliness.
Yeah,
a little
comedy.
silly, fun
It's
comedy.
Jennifer Davis and Dan Schultz. And
Literary silliness,
my favorite kind of silliness.
the only kind that I'm here for.
But you sent this to me because you knew I used to teach English, and one of my favorite novels of all time to teach is To Kill a Mockingbird. I almost named my oldest son Atticus.
I almost named my oldest son Boo Radley. Boo Radley Blanche Ingle.
No. Atticus, and I loved it, and so I'm with him in it. I'm gonna listen to this one and see where we go. But it's great, guys. Check it out. Bandcamp, great name.
Banned Camp.
It's a great name.
It's a great name. Great folks. Great, just great all around.
Great all around. We've been watching.
Thank you for your service, Bandcamp, for bringing us into the new millennium. It's a real page turner, this podcast.
Love it. That was really good. That was great. We've been watching Ted Lasso, getting caught up on that
So
still. New Girl, guess what? It's off Netflix now. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Very sad about it. I'm still reading A Gentleman in Moscow. Brendan. It's great. Go ahead. What else are you doing?
So it's felt very accusatory.
What are you doing?
What do you even do?
With your life.
Nothing. This.
Stop it.
I stick my head into your purse and I yell to the purse people. That's literally what I do.
What else? Anything else you've been watching or listening to?
I don't know. What have I told?
City Cinema.
That's right. City Cinema, guys. Check it out. Good stuff. Check it out. That's it.
Guys, quick update on those Crindy's Picklin t-shirts. If you've ordered them, do not despair. They will be coming to you shortly. The way we do this is we set up a campaign. They collect all the orders and then they ship them at once. So
The way
hang
we
on
do
tight.
this, like we're so professional and we do it all the
way we do
time.
this.
Guys, you don't know. The way we do this.
Do not despair. What's your warm heart?
I'm going to say taking Benny to the Mario movie because he's been looking forward to it for so long and he just had the biggest blast ever. So that's mine.
Love that. Mine was baptizing my buddy Mason. It was a great day. Such an honor.
Which, guys, Ashley's warm heart is that she baptized a human, and mine is that I saw the Mario movie. So just let's further create the divide between which one of us is the good one and which one of us is not. So thanks, guys, for listening to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. Like it, share it, whatever. Check out Bandcamp also. Anyway, all right. Bye.
Bye.